Hello again everyone, welcome back to Dominions for Lemuria. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to have a siege in my main game, so I've just very quickly... this was the Imprisoned Pretender game that I started before. Because the AI was on easy, I just basically breezed up, laid siege to their fortress, and finally... In fact, my Pretender should be arriving soon, but... we've managed to breach this fortification. The only reason I wanted to show this... Let me just make sure we've got everything set up here. Storm the castle is because I wanted to show off the benefits of ethereal troops. Win or lose doesn't really matter, I just want to show off. Because normally in sieges you get bottlenecked here in the gate. But of course, all my troops being ethereal, they basically just... Turn those walls off for a sec. If they ever get to move. They just charge straight through. You just completely ignore the walls. It's this bottleneck is more of a hindrance to the defenders in this case than it is to my attacking troops. In fact, I'm pretty sure they are actually good. See, they just come straight through. Walls just mean nothing. Pretty sure I would actually lose this, but I just wanted to demonstrate. So I've got pretty much no research. This is the Wraith Lord who appeared, which I mentioned in, was it the previous episode or the episode before? In fact, in spite of the ethereal getting through, the troops were actually being held up at the walls anyway by this guy who's just been paralysed. Look at like dust to dust, just destroying my legionaries. Given all their undead they've obviously got death mages here. And these guys don't want to run away. Nice protection. Doesn't actually matter, because we're already running. Oh, I got some Triarii. The spears. Just thought I'd show them off. There's some Principes in there somewhere too, I think, but I don't know where. Yeah, obviously we are going to lose this fight, but I think I managed to show off the point I was trying to make, was that you don't need to try and force your way through the gates here, you can just go straight through the walls. Anyway, that is amusing, but that was all I wanted to show off, so I'll be back in my proper game very shortly. Yes, and we are back. I think I might have to take this because I don't want TNG to get it, and this, for all intents and purposes, is basically going to be the end of the match, of the campaign. For the simple reason that once I have that, can I give you... No, I haven't made them yet, that's alright. You must be forging them. You're still outfitting this guy, doesn't really matter. Revenant, Satis has got a new prophet. Oh, that's down here, yes. This is us fighting Satis. I haven't seen much of Satis, haven't seen any of them in this game, so we'll have a look-see. I've seen them early age, haven't really seen them late age. What have we got? Militia, City Guard, Keeper of the Tombs, Sauromancer, old. Oh, 72, I thought it said 21. It's my early onset dyslexia, perhaps. My doggies are not surviving very long. And I think they got killed by my own javelin. Speaking of javelins, I asked on the forums, the Jazura forums, and yes, the spectral weapons as observed in, I think it was the previous episode, when the entire group of about 60 javelins flew at one heavy cavalry, didn't do a single wound. They do, it appears, they make a normal damage roll against the protection, and then the target also gets a magic resistance roll to negate them, which I don't think it's very well thought out, very well balanced mechanic. That it basically means they get 2 attempts to avoid damage from each hit, which, given that they're troops and they're not exactly high powered, as a Velite with an attack of 12. Do I have a Hastati here somewhere? There, Hastatus. Attack of... Oh, sorry, damage. 13 and 12. 13 and 12. 13 for the spear, 12 for the javelin. Given that we're attacking, you know, protection 15 here. These heavy guys, 16 and 9. These guys... Protection 12, magic resistance of 11. Means they've got a lot of troops, probably got a fairly good chance of not taking too much damage out of it. Which is kind of what I've observed, to be honest. We certainly lose a lot compared to how many we kill in just about all battles. Oh yes, yeah. A very deadly disease is spreading in Og Woods. Yeah, that's... I don't really care. That's the Throne of Water. It's a 2-point throne. Hydromancer. What are you? Well, you're not there yet. Doesn't matter. Oh, that's probably because of you. I'm ready for you to go up there. Look, basically this is the end of the game. I just have to claim the throne. Yes, of course. So what else is there that I want to talk about before I end this game? Not a whole lot, really. I think it does reinforce the fact that troops need to be well supported. These guys... I didn't even get to see the Shadow Brand in action. They... Should have given them up to Ash Soul up there. These guys are quite reasonable as a supporting thug. They're not a super combatant. They won't take, you know, they won't take out enemy armies on their own. But as a supporter of your own troops, they can be reasonable. Centurions, they're not terrible, but they're not great. I mean, they're only, I think, 5 points to summon. Yeah, 5 gems to summon them. So you can spam them and use their fear effect. But if you want to kit them out as thugs, that's more gems and it's kind of expensive, and they're not immortal, so if they die you lose all your items. Unless you still win the battle and someone else finds them. Protection... Oh, he's got a heroic ability. That one gives him more protection. So his basic protection is 16. And he is ethereal, which is quite good. He's cursed, apparently. Oh, he's diseased. Oh, dearie me. In terms of healing troops, really don't have anything unless you get... I think the Global Enchantment Gift of Health does, but you are going to need a pretender who's deliberately designed for that because it's a high nature level spell. And your access to nature magic is basically your pretender, or if you get lucky with some indies. Yes, but I think the main lesson learned out of this really is, yeah, you need to support your troops with something that can cause a lot more damage. What about these guys? Their stats are... Magic Staff. Well, that's not too bad. And Life Drain is a pseudo-regeneration. Their stats overall aren't that bad. They can certainly buff themselves. You get air or water as randoms. Level 1 water lets you forge the water bracelet, which gives you a bonus to water magic. I can't remember, what's liquid body? Is that alteration? Yeah, that's level 4, but it only needs 1, so that's reasonable protection. So you could probably mini-thug one of these as well. They are immortal as well. You'd need to get them something to give them protection though, because ethereal is not the be-all and end-all. Give them a few self-buffs and charge in, maybe, I don't know. I'd have to try that out and see if it worked. But they're 50 death gems, so they are extremely expensive to outfit. I do like this Pretender setup, actually. I had a plan for him, and I more or less stuck to it. He starts off your research until you get all these revenants. Then he was basically site searching. In the mid-game, I didn't search there. I ended up with, look at this income. That's a pretty damn good income, all things considered. Yeah. Could do with more death, but I mean, can always alchemize things. Look at all these fire gems, and I'm pretty sure. Look at these nature gems I've got, and I never even used. I think I constructed a few things with nature, 1 or 2 things. That's it. And then, yeah, after I had construction researched, he finished a bit of site searching and just gone on to forging items for thugs. Probably would want to get that out earlier if possible. Especially, bear in mind that this is a single player game, and in single player the AI, even on higher difficulty levels, is not particularly smart. Increasing the difficulty levels just lets it cheat more by giving him more gold and resources to buy troops and build forts and things. Temples, Dominion's very important for Lemuria. If I own this province, it's not in my Dominion. I believe I will get no free spawn out of that. So you need to spread your Dominion. You need a high Dominion to start with, and you need to spread it. So you need lots of temples. I've got 21 right now. 29 chances to spread Dominion. I think I could actually win this game just on dom killing, to be honest. I dom killed Utgard down here. But as I said, I believe you need Dominion in order to get much in the way of free spawn. I think they might have been already there. Whereas down here where I've got Dominion, look at all these extra... Well, these guys actually fled there. Here I've got Dominion. Here I've got strong Dominion, and I'm getting, you know, lots of free spawn turning up. In order to get legionary free spawn, you need forts. And I think that's also based on the strength of your Dominion. The lower Dominion doesn't give you many free spawn. Higher Dominion does. Temples, I think with no temples... do I have any? This one. I'm only getting dispossessed spirits. But if you've got a temple, you tend to get ghosts and apparitions especially. Shades and shade beasts. There also are obviously spells, you can summon them, but they're a waste of death gems, to be honest. Given that your priests can also call them for free. Any other conclusions I need to make? Not really. Look, in terms of multiplayer, it's going to be a lot harder. This turned out to be not that difficult. Certainly not as difficult as I thought it was going to be, given my poor showing against difficult AI in previous campaigns. But nonetheless, let's just win. Victory, yeah, see? And even though there's nobody in that fort, we still can't... Okay. We've claimed the Throne of Water. So, at the end of the day, what have we got here? Tianchi hanging around. Where's their capital? I have no idea. It doesn't really matter. They were obviously beating Satis. Satis has almost nothing left. And given that I'm invading them now as well. There's that Hydromancer. Oh, there's a lab. They built a lab. Good for them. So yeah, see, no free spawn because it's not in my dominion. Yeah, in multiplayer games it will be a lot harder, most definitely. What about global enchantments? Where are the obvious ones? Well of Misery, to get yourself death gems. It increases tax, but not... that's one you'd probably want to go for, but got a lot of research to go into that. Utter Dark is extremely useful for undead, because they don't care about the darkness. Everybody else, unless they've got dark vision. I think if you've got dark vision it doesn't affect you, but a lot of nations will be severely handicapped. Oh. All resources are dropped to almost nothing. In combat they suffer real problems. The other one, where is it? It's Burden of Time, that's the one. It's fairly low in terms of research, but that's going to make you an immediate target in multiplayer. If you cast that, everyone is going to go after you. Because everyone ages quickly and dies. And even undead will eventually succumb. Like these guys are... Fatigue, age, 380. They do have a maximum age. So it will affect them eventually. Just comparatively very slow compared to everyone else. But yeah, that will make you a target. Everyone will basically declare immediate war on you to get rid of that enchantment if you cast it. And also you'd need to spec up your Pretender. Yes, a lot of these global enchantments are quite high levels required, so you probably need to build a Pretender based on it, or at least figure out that you're going to do empowering and or booster items. I guess that's probably it. This didn't really show off everything that I wanted to. I tried to get as much as I could, but I didn't get to show off the thugs, unfortunately. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope perhaps you learned something. I think I learned a few things, which was the whole point of the campaign. So I guess from that point of view, it was a success. So, that is the end. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.